think the key question we're watching is, what are we going to be seeing, particularly around the Iran issue? If we can get above the sort of 62.50 level for WTI, we think then the next movement could be up to 66. So around this point, we think is very important. I mean, demand concerns, though, continue to weigh on this market. And so we see it sort of a push-pull right now.
You surprised the Iran issue hasn't had more of an impact, Helima?
I mean, I think the Iran issue has been, serious in terms of geopolitics. But what we have not seen yet is significant production or exports being shut in by this. I mean, we've had 6 tankers attacked. As you mentioned, we had this incident yesterday with a British tanker that the Iranians apparently tried to seize the ship. And you had the British warship having to escort it through the Straits of Hormuz. 5 years ago, these type of things would have sent oil much higher. But now with U.S. production, with concerns about demand, we're not really moving up the way we used to based on geopolitics. Demand concerns continue to weigh on this market. And even a story about, a tropical storm or hurricane 5 years ago would have been much more impactful. But now, Gulf of Mexico production really accounts for a much smaller percentage of U.S. production. So it's not nearly the bullish catalyst that it used to be.
Still, I mean, it did have an impact. What do we know about this tropical storm Barry, and which, if any, companies are threatened here with closures?
I mean, right now we've had about 1 million barrels of Gulf of Mexico production shut in. It's about 53% of Gulf of Mexico production. It's going to be important to watch what happens to refineries. If there is an extended refinery outage, that actually could be bearish in terms of demand. And so, again, a story that we would have thought, 5 years ago would have been much more bullish in terms of the production shut-ins that we're seeing could potentially actually turn out to be bearish if we do have refineries offline for a significant period of time. Much too early to tell what's going to happen. But again, the dynamics of the story have really changed in the last couple of years because of the U.S. supply story.